Alright, what's going on, everybody? We're back at another video ready for you. Came in on the weekend to finish it up. Should be dropping today, which is Sunday for me, so I should have it uploaded by this evening. But I wanted to kind of show y'all the new truck that we're going to be adding to our video series. We bought a new shop truck. We may have already broke it, but we've got it on the trailer here behind me. And I'm going to show you a little bit about it, but we're going to make a separate video on the truck. You'll have to come and watch it to learn about the truck. But this video is mainly going to be about the single cab and what's going on with it. That's our main priority right now. But we bought this as a play truck. Normally I will not buy trucks that are already done. I buy stock trucks and ruin them. But I knew who built this truck, and I really like this truck. So he put it for sale, and we finally worked out a deal on it. And we got it home. And we drove it around, and we might have already broke it. Nothing that's his fault. It's just normal Cummins stuff, especially when you get in the high horsepower range. But yeah, here's the truck. Here she is in all her glory. It's a 2013 6.7 4th gen truck. Sorry if the sound's a little crappy. It is windy outside. But we got her on the trailer. We had to pick her up last night. Probably could have drove it home. Decided not to. But that's all I'm going to show you for now. We're going to drop a video featuring everything about the truck. May even do one on the dually. Just got the new JTXs on the dually. And they are incredible as far as quality goes. Love them. But yeah, let's get the video started. Got the hitch off. Had to pull the bed to do it. Got Toby right here playing with his finger.
Get done.
What'd you say?
Get done.
No. Got her tore down. No, still got to tear the axle down today. Got to take the four-wheel drive actuator out, and then we got to take the hubs off, spindles off, pull the axles, and then that'll be ready to get painted. Got the whole front end tore down. Got Bubba over there doing the other side of the rear end. And we just finished doing our new grill. It's over here though. Got rid of that junky factory grill. This custom one I've had made for a little while. It's supposed to go on my last truck but never did. So I went ahead and had it painted and waiting for this one. But it does light up. The FP lights up and all this lights up. We gotta wire that in. Might turn it on before the video's over. We got that done. Got the stock grill out. That wasn't no fun. And these boys are about to pull the rear end. Probably gonna run some bed bolts back in it, but might not. That'll kind of wrap up the video for today, guys. As you can see, we got the rear ends out, front ends out. Well, front end's been out, but it is tore down, ready for paint. A lot of people have been asking me what colors we're doing and if we are painting or powdering the front and rear ends. I prefer painted axles. There's a lot of reasons for it. First off, if you are going to powder an axle, you have to take every bearing out of the rear end. You have to take it completely down, which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind the work. You got to take every seal out too, every single thing apart. I don't mind the work, and I wouldn't mind to have powdered axles, but the bottom of the line is, in Tennessee, there's not really any super high quality powder shops that can do an axle. Now, there's good powder shops here, but just none that I would trust to do an axle. We have a lot of good powder coaters that we work with. Until we find somebody that can do axles, we're going to continue painting them. I actually prefer painted axles. It's half the work, not to be on the lazy side, but I've had painted axles in 3 trucks and thought that the paint was tougher than the powder. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but the last truck that I bought that had powdered axles, it had 15,000 miles and powdered axles, and the powder was cracking from heat from the rear end getting hot going down the interstate. It was a F450 dually. It had towed a little bit, not much at all. It was too big to tow much, but I had just seen too many bad things out of powdered axles. Now, I'm sure if the right person does it, those rear ends that were in that truck, or the rear and the front end that was in the truck that I had with powdered axles, was done by a professional builder, and I'm sure it was done to the highest quality possible, and he did a great job on the truck. It's just, I would rather paint them. We're not gonna use your run-of-the-mill part store paint. We're gonna be using a House of Colors custom candy teal. The teal is made to match the King Shock color. It is the exact color of the King Shocks. So if you want to know what the color is going to look like, it's that teal right there. So I wanted it to match the shocks. I prefer the painted axles. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into me wanting to paint these instead of powder these. I personally prefer painted axles. If you ever hit something going down the road, and let's say you flake the powder, well, you're screwed. You can't paint it to match it, to cover up that spot. You have to pull the front or the rear end out and redo the entire thing, and accidents happen. With a painted axle, you could touch it up. Your painter could touch it up. He could mask everything off, and he could probably airbrush it or touch it up. So at the same time that powdered axles is supposedly, you know, the highest quality way to do it, I don't agree. I prefer painted axles. Everyone can have different opinions on it. This truck will be getting painted axles. And, you know, it's the paint that's going to be used on it is it's a color brand that they use on show vehicles. That a lot of the vehicles you see at SEMA are painted with this brand of paint. But it's called House of Colors. They make really, really wild colors. And it's usually some really good stuff. And my painter always kills the axles. So, should be nice. But I wanted to kind of show y'all the way the truck sits. It is gutted completely now. There's nothing left at all. We're going to clean the frame, go over it. We got everything baggied, separated. A little bit of a mess in here because we had to move the gooseneck out. Got to decide what we're doing with the tailgate. Originally, I wanted to shave the badge. Not sure. I've kind of thought about it now. I might just color match the emblem. I'm not sure if I want to get rid of that badge unless we're doing a roll pan, and we can't do a roll pan because we have to have the hitch. But yeah, we got the Starlight done though. This is a 1,000-piece kit. We did pretty good on it. We don't do a lot of Starlight kits. All the Starlight kits we have done are on my personal trucks, and we'll probably stay that way. We don't really do them for customers. It's not something I enjoy. Do I think they look cool? Yes. Do I want to do them for a living? No. If a customer really, really wants them, we will do one. This is just kind of how we laid it out. It was a lot better than the first or second one we did. But it turned out pretty good. We got plenty of slack to run our controllers and hide them behind the seats. But, yeah, it's all done. I was going to go ahead and slap it back in. Then I remembered our cab lights and antennas are off of the roof. So if we slap those back in, then we got to drop the headliner again to put the antennas back on. So since all that's at paint, kind of got to wait. The mirrors are off being color matched along with all the other trim. It's all off of paint. The grill turned out great. Not sure what I did with it. Oh, it's right here. Love this grill. Super excited about that. I've already talked about that some in the video, so I'm not going to bore you much more with that. But truck should be coming together pretty good. We're going to have about a week or two of downtime just waiting on parts back from paint and powder. We are working with a local machine shop to make a air tank bracket because obviously we don't have plasma tables or a water table to cut out the bracket. So I kind of designed one out of cardboard, and they came by and took measurements, and they should be cutting us a bracket next week, hopefully maybe the week after, and then we got to get it powdered and mounted and all that. But we got all this stuff sitting here. All this is ready for powder. Got more than that. We got to decide what we're doing with the axle shafts. I don't know if I want them wide or teal. If we're doing them wide, we'll break them down, take all the U-joints out of them. If we're doing them teal, then we will just paint them. I thought about leaving them black because they are a rotating assembly, and more than likely it's just gonna flake no matter what it is. Not too big of a fan of powdered axle assemblies because they do flake. I mean, it's don't get me wrong, it looks good, but the last truck I had with those, they were chrome plated, and it just wasn't aging well. Like I said, that truck might have had 7,000 miles on the build, 15,000 miles on the whole truck, and it just wasn't aging well, and the truck had been babied its whole life. But that'll be it for this video. We got some more stuff coming up. We're gonna get the Starlight put in. We should have a good portion of the trim, also the cab lights and the antennas, back from paint beginning of this week. So we'll get those put in and get the Starlight headliner put in. That'll be a pretty good progress. Kind of take a little bit of the load off of us. And these axles are also going to paint next week. So hopefully it all turns out good.